This is introduction. Butterfly belong to Lepidoptera. According Holloway et al. 1987 had described about 70,850 species of butterflies worldwide, and over 1,000 species were recorded in Malaysia. In the Peninsula Malaysia, the distribution of butterfly species is restricted to the certain altitude and plant location, and they are more or less evenly distributed. Butterflies are some of the most colorful creatures on Earth and undoubtedly the most popular insect. The butterflies can only feed on liquid food such as flower nectar, and they do this via a specialized sucking tube called a proboscis, which is rather like a drinking straw. Understanding the diversity and distribution of butterflies was crucial for assessing the overall health and functioning of ecosystem. This insect also encompasses a vast array of species with diverse ecological rules and habitat requirements. Their population were influenced by various factors including climate, habitability, and interaction with other organisms. Many regions had fitness decline in butterfly numbers, with some species becoming rare or even endangered. These changes were often attributed to habitat loss, climate change, degradation, and human activities.
Other than that, studying the diversity and distribution of butterfly involves conducting comprehensive survey and assessment across different geographical regions. These efforts aim to identify the species present, their abundance, and the factors influencing their distribution. By examining butterfly populations, researchers gain insight into the overall health of ecosystem, the impact of environmental changes, and potential conservation strategies. Moreover, butterflies were excellent indicators of the impact of climate change on biodiversity. As temperature and precipitation patterns shifted, butterfly species may alter their ranges, phenology, timing of life cycle events, and interaction with host plants and predators. By monitoring these changes, scientists could gain valuable insight into the effect of climate changes on entire ecosystem. Conservation efforts targeting butterfly had wide-ranging benefits beyond the insects themselves. By protecting butterfly habitats and promoting their diversity, we safeguard critical pollination process, maintain ecosystem stability, and preserve the overall richness of plant and animal life. In this context, conducting a true assessment of butterfly diversity and distribution becomes essential. Such assessment help identify areas of concern, develop targeted conservation strategies, and raises awareness about the importance of protecting this delicate creature and the habitat they rely on. By addressing the challenges faced by butterfly, we contribute to the broader goal of preserving Earth's biodiversity for future generations.
So I'm going to talk about literature review. Firstly, about Lepidoptera species. The Lepidoptera comprise an order within the class of insects. Next is the larger part of the Lepidoptera was further subdivided into 8 superfamilies, of which the butterfly were one, while all the rest were moths. Other than that, in the Lepidoptera, the female was the heterogametic sex. Life cycle of butterfly. There are 4 stages in the metamorphosis of butterflies: eggs, larva, pupa, and adult. First, egg. The different types of eggs were small, rounded, oval, or cylindrical. Second, caterpillar, the feeding stage. Caterpillar splits its skin and sheds it about 4 or 5 times. They also grew 100 times at their size. Third, pupa, the transition stage. They stopped eating when it became pupa. They also call it as chrysalis. Depending on the species, the pupa may suspended under a branch, hidden in left or buried underground. 5. Adult, the reproductive stage. They had long legs, long antennae, and compound eyes. Adult job was to mate and lay eggs. General description. Butterfly adults were characterized by their 4 scale-covered wings. The body was divided into 3 sections: the head, thorax, and abdomen. They had cylindrical bodies with 10 segments to the abdomen, generally with short prolapse on segment 3 till 6 and 10. The 3 pair of true legs on the thorax had 5 segments each. Most butterflies had the ZW sex discrimination system, where females were the heterogametic sex ZW and males homogametic ZZ.
Diversity of Lepidoptera. Species richness. Lepidoptera was one of the most diverse insect orders, which an estimate 118,000 to 200,000 described species worldwide. However, it was believed that the actual number of species may be even higher, which many species yet have been discovered and described. This rich species diversity was distributed across various families and subfamilies within Lepidoptera. Geographic distribution. Butterflies and moths be found on various continents except Antarctica. They inhabit diverse habitats include tropical rainforests, temperature woodlands, grassland, mountain, desert, and even urban environment. Different species and families of Lepidoptera had adapt to specific geographic regions and environmental conditions. Size and morphology. Lepidoptera exhibit wide range of size from tiny micromorph with wingspan of a few millimeters to large butterflies, which wingspan exceeding 25 cm. The body structure, wing shape, and coloration vary greatly among species, with some butterflies displaying intricate patterns and vibrant colors, while others have more subdued or cryptic appearance. Diversity and abundance of butterflies in jelly. Kelantan, located in northeastern Peninsular Malaysia, was known for its rich biodiversity and tropical rainforest ecosystem. Butterflies were abundant in this region due to its favorable climate and diverse habitat. The Jelly district is situated in the eastern part of Kelantan and encompasses a mix of agricultural areas, forests, and riverine landscape, which could support a variety of butterfly species. The butterfly diversity in Jelly was likely to include both common and endemic species found in Peninsular Malaysia.
This problem statement aimed to understand and address and decline in butterfly population, the loss of species diversity, and the alteration of their geographical distribution pattern. By examining the causes and consequences of these changes, identify conservation strategies, and promoting awareness and action. The objective was to preserve and restore butterfly population, protect their habitat, and ensure their continued distribution to ecosystem functional and biodiversity. There are some objectives of this research. First, to investigate and diversity and the distribution of butterfly in Bukit Lakota, Jelly, Kelantan. Second, to study the characteristics of butterfly species in Bukit Lakota, Jelly, Kelantan.
To prepare the material of butterfly net, we will need a wire coat hanger, tool fabric, dowel rod, scissor, electrical tape, and sewing kit. Firstly, remove the wire coat hanger. After that, prepare tulle fabric and sewing according to the appropriate size. Fold the top of the bag inward and insert the wire hanger through the tube. Twist the end of the wire around the end of the dowel rod. Cut off the excess and warp the area with electrical tape. Malay trap is a trap used to catch insects around the desired area. The trap is made of cloth shaped like a tent. Then there is a hole at the end of the Malay trap that is connected to the portal. The installation method is to spread the trap using a rope tied to a tree. After that, place the bottle containing the detergent in the hole at the end of the trap.
For the data analysis, the Shannon Miner Index, accumulation curve, and species diversity index are tools used to understand the distribution and diversity of butterfly in the Bukit Lakota Jelly. First, Shannon Miner Index. The Shannon Miner Index measures how diverse and evenly distributed butterfly species are in an ecosystem. A higher index indicate more diverse and balanced butterfly population. It's consider both of the number of species and their abundance. It's providing a comprehensive view of biodiversity. Secondly, is a species diversity index. Species diversity index access the variety of butterfly species in the particular habitat. It's considered the species richness, which is a total number of the species, and evenness, how evenly the individual are distributed among species. A higher diversity index significant richer and a more balanced butterfly community. Last is accumulation curve. And accumulation curve show how many different butterfly are found as we increase the number of observation or the sample. Instantly, the curve step rises. It indicate the new species discovery. As more samples are taken, the curve level of suggestion the most species have been identified. This help us to understand when enough data has been collected for reliable diversity assessment.
This research outcome, the expected result of this research was to study the diversity and distribution of butterflies in Bukit Lakota, Jeli, Kelantan. In addition, this research was conducted to study diversity and distribution of butterfly data during the 6-month study period with the variety of species that could be obtained and the characteristics of each species obtained. Next, nocturnal butterflies had adapted to their nighttime lifestyle in the various ways. They often the darkest and more septic colors on their wings, which help to them blend into their surrounding and remain less visible to predators. Additionally, the antenna were typically more sensitive, allowing them to navigate and locate a food source. The species were still active during the day, utilizing sunlight and flowers, resource of feeding and reproduction. However, the presence of nocturnal butterflies demonstrate the diverse adaptation and strategies that different species had evolved to survive and thrive in the various ecological niches.
There are a few references that we use as a reference for this research. The first one is definition, characteristic, types, beneficial, health classification, and fact. Encyclopedia Britannica by Wigglesworth VB, which is a website. The second reference that we use is Some Truth on Butterfly Nets by Turndorf, also a Wikipedia. Next, we use a research in Elsevier ebooks by DeVelde, J. and Deleuve. We also use the Academy of Natural Sciences of Drexel University by Benjamin Franklin, which is a journal. Moreover, we use a Wikipedia about butterfly by McClure, Melanie, and others. Next, we use the data from Journal Fauna Kupu-Kupu di Bukit Fraser, Pahang by Norella and others. Then we use Diversity of Butterfly in Pluralistic Park by Finas Ruslan, which is a journal. And we also use another research from Hank Jenkins Smith and Joseph Robsberger of Quantitative Research Method for Political Science, which is a website. Last but not least, we also use the data from Journal about Butterfly Species Richness, Diversity, and Distribution in Different Locations of Pictogram by Mr. Arhan and others.